I am here today with Chastin Miles. I am at the Founders Group. We are on the Founders set. Very exciting.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like.
So today I wanted to talk to Chastin about just being authentic, because one of the things I love about Chastin Miles, if you don't know who he is, you're missing the boat. He is unapologetically, authentically himself. Hey Chastin.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well.
I love your set.
Thank you.
This is fantastic.
Thank you.
I told my husband, I said, I need a set.
It can go in your new office.
Right. That's what I said. He's like, no.
Yeah. Oh gosh. We'll talk to him.
We'll bring it down. We'll bring it down.
Yeah.
But, I appreciate you coming and talking with me today.
Yeah. Thank you for your kind words.
Absolutely. There's one thing to be said, is that I love and I can see in everything that you do, you are 100% yourself and you're unapologetic about it. How did you get to the point where your confidence was so okay with just being you?
You know, I spent so long trying to fit and be what I thought that I had to be. Mm-hmm. And then I realized from the public, really, that that's not what people wanted. Like, they truly enjoyed me for who I was. And I think with that acceptance of, you know, just who I was as a person, I mean, that gave me confidence in itself, because it was extremely difficult trying to be something that I'm not. You know, I thought even coming in this career, like, I had to be this and I had to be that, and well-spoken and super polished and buttoned up, and
right.
You know, I wasn't naturally any of that. I mean, I like dressing nice, but expensive brands and clothes and all, like, I just wasn't any of that. It just became difficult. Like, it causes stress and this and that. And when it got to the point where I was just like, F it, you know, like, this is hard. I saw that it was well received, and I was just like, what the heck have I been doing all this time? You know, it takes so much effort to try to be someone else, or try to be someone that you're not.
That box.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at the end of the day, it's like you're building something on a lie.
Right.
You know?
You were not made for anybody's box.
No. No. No.
So now you've bursted out of the box and you've been yourself. How many years now have you authentically been operating as you? And do you attribute the success that you have realized to being able to be yourself and people seeing the real Chastin?
Yeah, I would say probably like for 6 years now, and it's always been a work in progress, because, you know, there's always something that we want to improve on and make better. But I can clearly see the difference in improving for yourself, authentically improving, and just mimicking something, you know. And so I haven't been mimicking for a very long time. And that's why it's so easy for me to be okay with my results, because I know that my results are true to who I am as a person. If somebody doesn't want to work with me, if somebody, you know, fires me or this and that, I know at the end of the day I was being my true self. I gave my all. I didn't go in there talking like I was something that I'm not. You know, so those expectations were just based on me as a person. And it's okay, we're not gonna blend with everybody.
Exactly.
You know, we're not gonna blend with everybody, but you just have to be okay with who you are. And like I tell people all the time, if somebody doesn't want to work with you because of who you are, then that's not the right client for you. It's not the right person for you. Have
you ever fired a client because they weren't the right person for you?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm a big person on, like, energy too, and, you know, when it's at that point where I can't sleep at night, like, I mean, I understand a little can't sleep at night, but when it's like me questioning my life decisions and thinking that I'm just a bad person and this and that, and then I'm angry all the time, like, that's just not healthy, like, you know. And so yeah, I've had to cut some of that stuff, and I'm not trying to prove them as being wrong or anything, but they're just not a right fit for me. Okay. It's just not a right fit for me. And I'm okay with that, you know. Money comes and goes, and there's a lot of it out here, you know, and a lot of it in the right places.
And stress can linger for a long time. So your personal development, do you feel that once you were able to open up and be your authentic self, do you feel like that helped you grow as a person and become more aware of yourself? Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely growth when I'm being my authentic self, and I've seen the growth because I've been able to grow more naturally and more quicker, you know, because if we think about it, when I was talking about mimicking or posing, you know, all that is like a behavior that you have to learn. you have to learn it.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta Google how to be fake.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what did they say this time? And how did they have their hands, you know? And
wait,
then,
am I supposed to wear gray or black?
Exactly.
What am I doing?
Exactly. And then you're constantly watching them, trying to see what their next move is and trying to see how they're doing. And then you're trying to insert yourself in there and figure it all out. And when you get across from people, like, people can tell. People can tell.
I say it all the time.
People can see right through it.
They know.
And so, you know, again, it goes down to, like, when I'm being my authentic self, the reason why I was able to grow quickly, because people were growing people were growing with me because of who I was. And I was able to take all of that stress out of it and just go my own path. I didn't know where it was going to go. I was uncertain. You know, I didn't know until I look back today and say, oh, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I stopped looking at that. I'm glad I just started speaking in my natural tongue. And you know, like, I'm just glad I did it, you know. Yeah. And even if we think about, like, social media today and people going viral and these videos doing all this, I mean, there's people being fools on there, but that's just them,
just
you know. Right.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it definitely helped and sped up and attributed to my growth.
Yeah. Okay. So is there any advice you would give to anybody out in the world right now who's watching this, who is still trying to live in that box? What would your best advice to that person be?
I would say that box is one size, you know, and eventually you're gonna fill that box up to the point where it's gonna explode and you're not gonna know how to act outside of that box. Okay, because it's an environment that you haven't been in. You don't know how to do it. You're just lost.
Right.
And so right now, while that door is still open wide enough for you to walk through it, leave that box. Leave that box, because that's the only way you're gonna go far, especially in a career, which I don't know if this is for real estate people or whoever, but when you're in a career that's so heavy on your personality, you know, in who you are as a person, you're selling yourself.
Right.
You know, you have to be yourself to sell yourself, or you're selling somebody else. And guess what? And they're gonna see that person that you're selling, and they're gonna say, "Oh, they've been in it longer than you. I'm gonna go with this person." Exactly. There's nothing unique about you at that point.
Right.
You know, you need to be your unique self.
You've become cookie cutter.
Exactly.
And I can't stand cookie cutter.
A lot of people can't. I can't either. I can't either.
I need to be able to breathe free and be me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down with us today and having us on your lovely set.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And thank you for talking to us about being authentic, and thank you for being your authentic self.
For sure.
Thank you for doing it unapologetically. For those of you who don't know, Chastin has his own YouTube channel. Check him out on YouTube. You can also follow him on Instagram. I believe he just started a podcast, and if you're looking for any real estate in Texas, that's your man. He's got the Founders Group. And obviously, if you're looking in Delaware, my name's carol.fahy. Hit me up. I'm also a member of Team BC. We are nationwide. If you have any referrals from me or anyone on my team, drop me a DM. Thanks for watching.